Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dragon Cast. I am your host, Malachi, and today I am joined by.
Doorguard.
And Jar.
Kaio.
And I'm Zal.
Yeah. So, we are recording this right after week 5 of the 2025 season. Everybody, why don't we give our initial impressions of how things are going so far? Because we have had more changes this season than in any other season ever.
Yeah.
I gotta say it's been nice to see people really embracing all of the new characters that we added. Not all of them got used, but there's still a lot on there that I'm happy to see.
Yeah.
It's been agreed. A breath of fresh air, but not just in the characters, but I think we've seen a lot more in builds, unique builds, build diversity, team comps. Just teams definitely are utilizing this season to actually do some of the experimentation I think we've wanted for the last few.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like, especially this season, the new characters I think have all showed up to the degree that we wanted them to. And I'd also say that, as exactly what Dora was saying, the new build compositions are coming through, especially Halo. I'm seeing a lot of Halo usage, and it's very enjoyable, actually, because I don't think that's ever happened to this degree before.
No, I think before you get like maybe 1-2 teams tops messing with Halo.
Yeah, it'd be like 2 teams tops, and only for a week or two. And a lot of times it was just for like some of the matches where they knew going in it didn't matter. Whereas now we legitimately have Halo as a team's legitimate choice for this is what we want our character to be running. Granted, a lot of those teams are doing it on androids, but you know, I'll take what I can get.
Hey, I was running 2 Halos.
You were.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm running Kabuto Secret Arts for once.
Oh yeah. Yes, come back.
Say what you will, that's a big deal.
Yeah, for your team it is. But yeah, like I also do enjoy seeing how much things have changed. Like I do feel like just about every team feels like it definitely feels like every team has shifted quite a bit. But you know, and it feels like a lot of the team, even like with a lot of the teams that are struggling, it feels like there's a clear reason why. And it's, you know, like with Derp, they've struggled because, you know, they bench one of their best characters every week for the past 5 weeks. Like they benched Frost 3 times, so it becomes understandable why they were 0 and 4. You know, granted, there's still some other teams that are struggling that may not be applicable to, but it definitely feels like a new league.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Speaking of new league, this league's dead. SparkingZero, let's go.
Let's go. Boom. 6 months from now.
Yep. Speaking of which,
Soul staff member Zal will be taking all questions.
Yes, let's go. Send them my way. DM me. Give me the social interaction I don't get.
Woo!
Oof.
As Jim the Masters.
Oh man.
Love that.
Yes. Masterless. I will take all masterless questions. I won't answer any of them. Thank you.
Are already dyed in the colors of a true staff member. Good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to steal any of y'all's thunder. But you know, if there's anything you guys want to share, go for it. Otherwise, join the Discord so that you can get timely updates on SparkingZero and what we're doing with that. So, but yeah. So, but now that we've gone through the first third of the season, we've got something coming up. Everyone's favorite 2-week mid-season break with the All-Stars. I don't know about you guys, but I do enjoy all the fun little games that we do every year. Kami versus Guru, always a fun time. And if for those who may not remember, we vote on, we take the top 20 or so characters, any character who has averaged 50k damage over the course of the first half of the season. And then you guys get to vote on who you want to see. And the top 10 characters are selected after, you'll get a week to vote on them. And then once we are ready to go, the coaches will be split into 2 teams. And they will get to draft the characters that they want to play with. And they will have a best of 3 match of just the top characters in the league. It is always fun. It's a great time, and it's something a little different. You guys have any comments on the upcoming All-Stars?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Need to push it out. I'm getting my boy back in, and he doesn't have enough time to get stats.
It's always just an entertaining time. It's also just fun to take like a little break from the scheduled programming. So,
Yeah.
For some people.
If nothing else, it's good for my team tends to have a AI break around this time too, so we'll see how it goes. but it's always
can speak
still
that
a fun time.
That there's definitely more than a few teams that don't like the break, because momentum loss, momentum gain, just breaking up the season. Like, it's a good event. I like it, but I definitely know it's not everyone's cup of tea. But I think this is one of the better ones, because most teams get to be represented.
Yeah, true.
Yep. Yeah, like I was actually just looking at the stat spreadsheet, and as of now, this does not have all of the week 5 statistics, but if we were to do the cutoff right now, we would have 13 teams to choose from right now.
Nice.
So like this is really a chance where every team can have at least someone in potentially representing them. So as I said, it's a great time. I hope you guys will support it. Vote in the poll when it goes out. And I mean, this year is going to look really different, because there are some characters in here that have never been in the league before. There's some characters here that have been in the league before, but you're like, how in the hell did they get there?
Well, that happens every year. That's the fun part. Like when King Cold was number 1. So it's like, all right, I guess someone take King Cold.
Yep. Or like, what was
second form Frieza?
Wasn't Spopovich in there one year?
Yeah.
He was an option, yeah.
Okay.
Adele was there too once, I think.
Yeah.
Last year, I think Adele was.
But yeah.
I just like when they did the meme vote 1 year. That's really crazy.
Yeah.
For meme characters.
Hercules come and gone.
Yep.
Yeah, true. It is a very, it's a definitely a colorful garden for sure of people to choose from.
Yep. Well, I don't think we have much else to talk about for main season stuff. But before we get to our questions, I just want to shout out to all of our volunteers. First and foremost to our testers, who they are not testing right now, but they output more tests this off season than we have ever had in the past. I think we had over 2,000 tests. I don't remember the exact number. Just an insane number of testing. Shout out to all of them. Thank you so much. We could not do this without you. Shout out to our graphics and stats and commentators who do week to week work to make sure everything runs smoothly, from our stats people who help make sure teams have data to make the best decisions, to our commentators that you guys are scheduled every week. Help make things run. Graphics, if you guys enjoy the graphics you see, they're the ones who do such a great job. So
I also wanted to give a quick side shout out since the SparkingZero project's well on the way. We've got testers for SparkingZero as well, and shout out to them because they have done so many tests in the last couple weeks that I have been awestruck at the amount of data that we've.
Major shout out to GM for basically turning the game into fully automated.
Yes, that too. Insane.
Longtime supporters know who GM is.
Yes. So yeah, shout out to you guys as well because it's a long road and you guys are making it so much easier for us. So thank you so much.
I can't wait till the game updates and screws all your testing again.
Funny enough, a lot of GM's mods don't care about that stuff.
That's
like the health mod, I think it just
awesome.
ignores that. Once you get it in, it's not something that's like character by character. It's like if roster has health, change it or something. So it's like, okay, cool,
perfect,
nice. Yeah. So unless you guys have anything else that I missed having us talk about, hearing nothing, we'll start off with our questions. We're going to start off with YouTube because I remembered to post the call for questions to YouTube for a change. So from Lasting Ember 2298, have you guys ever thought of adding in a Patara that increases the speed at which the animations of melee attacks happen? It feels like that would be a good choice for some of the slower melee types in the league. I know it comes down to modding, but was just wondering if that was ever a thought. Also know that it would make Birder busted, but it'd be so funny seeing him go even faster. Maybe have a minus half to melee strength to go along with it. I don't know. So since I did a lot of the modding work for us, I'll just go ahead and answer that. We did talk about it. The biggest thing is just the way BT3 was set up. It didn't really have that capability. I know I've mentioned it in our Discord. I don't remember if I've mentioned it here, but all of our Patara mods pretty much just make use of existing effects within the game. They don't make new effects. Like even the thing that we added to Exquisite Skill where charged energy blasts will stun a character, like that was already in the game. It was never used. So, yeah. And so we could, in theory, have commissioned a modder to do something like that where it was possible, but that was just not high on the priority list. But at the very least, it was something we did look into at a couple points, just years and years ago now. So...
it isn't a Patara, but something that we could have done and can do is mod the what grab characters have. And I know some teams were hoping for that. Zal, put your hand down. To fix certain characters who may have slower grabs and whatnot.
Yeah. That was something that got bandied about. It's not a difficult mod to do. Like so many of the animation mods are just copy and paste at this point. But that was a thing of we never ended up doing it in BT3 just because what's the best way to say it? Like we are concerned about potentially being and maybe too overly concerned about like how much it could impact certain teams. Or just impact the meta without a lot of testing done. And then, of course, we went and added 35 characters. So, do with that what you will.
Yeah. For those that are worried about Shinran's grab, just know in SparkingZero, he's on the potentially overpowered list. So,
interesting.
Let's go.
Yeah, when you make Trap Shooter really good, and the delay explosion attack, like a cutscene grab attack on like every character, it's It's a much different game.
Yeah. I have to say, when I see Big Garlic Dreams grab, it always makes me sad because I know I had that in TOP and that thing would never. You would do a lot, but it would never hit. I hate it.
It happens. But yeah. So, moving on to the questions we had from our Discord. First up from Vast Blast. What does staff think about all the team's FA benched characters? In particular, do y'all think some of the characters shouldn't be there over others, or even just a sense of disappointment at how some of the teams are leaving these newly modded characters to bench warm?
Topo.
Let me
Poor guy.
let me pull up the
Going down the line. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's hit or miss because of the amount of new Pataras and Patara changes and just character like reinventions going on that it's a mixed bag, right? Like it's like on the one hand, yeah, it would be cool if maybe some of these characters weren't left on the side, but at the same time, you know, like you can only use X amount of characters.
Yep.
So
Right. And there's a lot of testing that we haven't seen, so like, you know, is it a little, you know, it could be, you know, just looking at like Zamas being on the FA bench. Is that a little weird? Sure, but then you also got to look at the team also has, you know, MUI Goku and Chi-Chi.
And Chi-Chi
which-
and Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I think the only character we might see zero of, and probably, and it's just an unfortunate thing of probably just needed more time in the sun, is like Gokyul, who two teams have tried messing with and just couldn't quite find the sauce. Not that the character's bad, just couldn't find what needed to get him ticking.
yeah, I think there's two characters that I'm most surprised to see on the FA bench. Krillin, just because it's Krillin. Not that I'm not saying that was the wrong choice, because I see how stacked Earth Defenders is, but it just so weird to see him there.
Yeah.
And the other one, Tapion for Kaiju.
That one is
Yeah.
a shocker, but I guess that goes into the next thing of or not. It's not necessarily like part of the questions, but with the FA benching changing here, and I guess that is part of the question. Is some of these characters might appear now, which is kind of exciting. And
Yep.
I can say for a fact my team's gonna be taking Spopovich off the bench. So
Yeah, and I think a couple of the Kaiju supporters have publicly stated. I know a couple of them have publicly stated they're going to be pushing to bench like Bardock at this point, just because they're struggling to get him to work.
Which is another weird sentence to say.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and you know, is that like it's a massive meta shift, and when you have a combination of things like, and this kind of ties back into what we were saying a minute ago, like one of the things that we're very commonly seeing now on people is Ultra Instinct Omen and Key Control on everybody. And I mean, with such a massive meta shift, like it's just going to take time for some people to figure out how to adapt to the new meta and to figure out, okay, well, this is how we had him work, this character work before, and now it still kind of works, but you know, now maybe this other character doesn't. And then sometimes some teams just, they don't have the Pataras to make a character work in the context of their teams. It's one of the reasons why, like,
shout out to Master Roshi's training. That's another one that
Yeah.
I think has
Yeah.
changed everything. Is at first people
Yes.
dissed it because it's like, well, EL can do more, but then you see, hey, this is a Patara that gives you an extra health bar, which makes scaling Pataras give you an extra scale. And yeah,
and if you
Mhm.
come out against a character who likes to throw, you know, if you tag in against a character who throws an ult, like, you can survive with more than half your health now.
shout out my favorite build, Master Roshi's training Ultra Divine Water.
Yeah.
There's more words in the two Pataras than there are Pataras in the build.
Yes.
Yep. And it
Alright.
works well.
How many percentile I love top of the work, but
Can you speak up a little bit, Enemy? You're not coming in clearly.
You're muffled.
Yeah.
oh, sorry. Hello.
Yeah, there you
you're
go.
good.
Oh my god, he's here! It's the enemy controller.
Yeah, but I was saying, yeah, I love top of the work, but like he just, I know, it just combination of both the top, and just like, I don't know, his melee is a little weird. So
Yeah.
Topo.
yeah, Topo,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
thank you, Gamma, for Metro Stranding. I love it.
Yes. Yeah, Gamma's been pulling through very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, moving on to the next one. Also from Vast Blast, how does staff feel in regards to a majority of the matches so far being decisive stomps? Do you think it's a result of the newly added characters, the changes in the Patara pool, the efforts of everyone's tests, a combination of the aforementioned, or something else entirely? Additionally, do y'all think more matches will taper towards a roughly health bar difference as the season progresses, or is that just wishful thinking? Depending, I'm going to say, just depending on how you define a stomp, I don't know that we've had a majority of stomps. I know the last couple weeks have had a lot of them, which happens. Like, I think a lot of it is just RNG. And, because, like,
I think there's a lot more need, and I say this is coming from my team where it's been needed, is you can't just throw your team out and being like, deal with me. You have to do a combination of that, and much more importantly, you really got to try to get your matchups. My team has spent more time discussing what matchups there are, and we've done that every season. It's why Blue Saga always seems so strong, is because we spend so much time trying to make sure our weak characters end up against the right guy. Because, like, take Metacooler, right? You can't just go into Metacooler. You need the right character to go into Metacooler. So
Yep.
I think it's like a combination of stuff that's affecting it. New Pataras, new builds, new meta, characters doing new things, old characters doing completely different things.
Yep, because like in the Discord we have one of the coaches, the coach of Derp actually does a tier list every week, and just actually put out a tier list of the first 5 weeks altogether. Now his metric is a little different than what we use for stats, but even just at his, you look at the top 5 of the top 10, only 2 of the characters in the top 10 by his metric are new characters, and even in like the top 20, only like 4 or 5, it looks like, are new characters. Like there's so much change. Like, it's really hard to see how much of this is some teams have adapted better than others, or like Dora was saying, you've got to plan really well, and sometimes if that planning isn't there, things just fall apart. Another really good example from the old league was Earth Defenders, where when under one of their old coaches, like the first half of the season, it'd be like a 50-50 shot how you would do against them, but by the end of the season they were pulling like consistently close matches or wins, just because the coach was that good at reading teams. And when you can figure out the opponent's team, you can just get a really good match going.
Yeah, Burn was great at that.
Burn was great at that. Burn was insanely analytical about being able to predict.
Yep.
Yeah,
I actually. Oh, you go ahead, Enemy.
Sorry. I was saying, yeah, and also, there were people that's like, key is king right now. So, not a key makes the character do a lot better.
Yeah, sure. There's the Pataras that have changed. Actually, I would say just what Vast Blast put there towards the end, the combination of the aforementioned. I think that's precisely what it is. It is just it's just there's several, like there's a whole bunch of factors, and we've just added more factors for this season that are changing up what's going on. So like with my team, Fasha just stomped us the other week, but this week, like that just happened yesterday. But what was it? Yeah, it's Fasha's not a new character. She's been in the league since the very beginning, and she went up against Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Jiren, and she stomped Jiren hardcore. You know, so I think it has a lot more to do with the week-to-week input that the teams are giving, and like you guys were saying, predictions and trying to get good matchups. That's also like a huge factor. So I wouldn't say that there's any one thing that's overwhelmingly causing these stomps to happen. And also it's early. Some teams just aren't figured out in the sense of what they're going to look like by the end of the season.
Yep.
Growth happens.
It really does.
Jake from GT, they more often than not have a terrible start and a strong end.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So it's
We
not
somehow
about the
go
numbers.
0-6. We somehow go 0-6 and end up at 7-8. So
It's
you know?
not about the numbers at the start. It's the numbers at the end.
Yep.
100%. And also, additional, do you think more matches will taper towards roughly a health bar difference as the season progresses, or is that just wishful? 100%, it's going to happen. Like I was saying, growth. It's just the natural course of stuff.
Yep.
Also, I think honestly, statistically, it would be more often that matches are going to have a definitive winner than close, right? Like my match yesterday literally came down to like 1 health point. And I'm pretty sure that's like, I think
That was
honestly, matches
insane.
being close are more rare because there's so much stuff, tags and all this other stuff that's like,
Yep.
I think it's just in previous seasons, it's been crazy that teams have been so close.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's
'Cause
combination.
a lot of teams do all this prediction and stuff.
Yep.
So
I mean, and I will say this, like, generally speaking, when we have these back-to-back weeks of stomps, it is almost always in the first half of the season when teams are still, they're still more willing to try the shaky things, like, for your team, like Deborah, who we have seen him have really high highs and also really low lows. But like, we it's such a meme for Deborah that he does great in testing, does great in the preseason, and then chokes in the main season. And you can give that a few weeks to try and make it work. And then other teams, you know, and teams are still trying to iron that out. Whereas, you know, some teams who may be more conservative in their efforts may say, hey, this didn't look, you know, this kind of looks shaky in testing. Let's not use it. You know, even if this character may not perform as well overall, I'd rather have a consistent 35k character than someone who's an inconsistent 45k character, because when they have a low, that might cost me a match. And as we change that, like, more teams are going to go back to, hey, here's what's consistent for us, and here's what we figured out. You know, the biggest thing is you can't be afraid of change or changing things unless you have a good reason to. So, anything else there?
I think we kind of
I'm good.
covered
I
it.
gotta
and then
beat this horse further dead. Let's reiterate our points.
Well, you know, the next question might have something to do with that. From Armed Raws, we have the question, what does staff think about the new modded characters? Have they met expectations, gone above and beyond, or disappointed?
They overdid it for Royals because they have a love for Royals for some reason and screwed everyone else. Just ask Kaiju.
No, that was my fault. I said, you know what? I want to see Royals win one more time, and I can't now do all that. No, I would put them as met / gone above expectations, like somewhere in between that. Like, I think
I'd
a lot
agree.
of them
We
hit
have a
where we
list.
wanted
We could
them
try to go down and be like yes or no, yay or nay.
I don't know if we knew.
I can tell you at the bottom is Gokyul as a nay.
I mean, and then the other thing is, this is also only 5 weeks plus whatever testing with those characters. Some characters you wouldn't see what their full potential was till like 2 seasons down the line.
Yeah.
So some of them, I feel like if there was more seasons after this, then you would see what the true potential of all of them would have been. So that's why I can't just say, oh yeah, no, they all went above. But I think at worst they met.
Yeah. I mean, I do think there's a couple characters like Goku that it's taking teams a little longer to figure out than I would have expected. Other teams like Royals, they said, you know what, we're going to go all in on the high risk, high reward, and they're getting that reward. You know, and I will just say, you know, and reiterate for all the people who need to hear it, the double Ultra Divine Water builds were tested with Royals, and Royals can confirm to get the lineup they had to accept a shit ton of nerfs. You know, just, and they were tested with the nerfs, and yes, they are strong. You know, they're, and maybe to kind of pull the curtain back for our YouTube community, because I know this was stated in Discord publicly. You know, most of the nerfs that happened this year were because we said, hey, it's the last season. We want people to have as much fun as possible, but we're also going to prioritize making nerfs that aren't going to impact AI behavior, because these nerfs happened at ad drop. Like they happened at the very last minute. And so, you know, there's all sorts of stuff that goes into that, you know, I'm very glad we could let everybody have characters that they wanted to work with. And, you know, sure, they may have had to accept nerfs to get it. And, you know, going back, maybe I would have changed how some of the nerfs were done, or what nerfs were done. But, like, I'm still very glad that, you know, every team could get the characters they wanted as much as possible. Like, you know, clearly some teams couldn't get, you know, some teams were not willing to pay the nerf price for certain things. So, but
yeah,
you know, can't make everybody happy.
Yeah, fuck them.
I mean, like what Kim says, it'll take a couple of years or before like people actually flush out these characters mostly.
Yep.
And if you get lucky, you might find a build like that works. You know, this year, but like I know some build, like some I know like with top ups, like yeah, it'll probably take like a year or two to figure it out. Like, you know, next off season, but you know,
I've had like 20 years on Kid Buu, and I still don't even know what makes them work. So at the same time, you just kind of have to deal with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But such as the trials and travails of RNG and AI and all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
Jace used to be good.
Yeah.
Jace
No,
still
that's a
is
lie.
good, man.
That's a
I
lie.
like Jace.
So
That's a lie.
yeah, I think we've answered that well enough.
Yeah.
So next one.
Oh, the
is,
wheels.
We have the wheels of unprompted advice, as asked by Sean. For the listeners here, I will read out the rules. Each staff, we're not going to do it quite this way. Each staff member in the call must spin either the wheel for a team and or the wheel for a low performing character. For whatever team or character the staff member gets, they must give them a piece of advice or suggestion that you think will be helpful. You must also give that team or the team associated with the character a compliment, because we're supportive here. Lastly, you cannot do your own team and must respin. Also, no repeats. once a team or character is spun, just remove or hide them. So we talked about this. We're going to do one of each
As a group.
as a group, just because otherwise with 5 of us here, we would be here for quite a while. However, if we do get a character or a team, so like Busaga, Sentai, or Super GT, we will respin so that there is no blatant favoritism here. So
We're not respinning Boo Saga. They're just too cool. We got to talk about them.
yeah,
Just implied.
Represent.
first up, Earth Defenders. I don't know what else. I mean,
What's the record?
yeah. Let me look at what their record is.
3-2, I think.
Yeah, I think they're 3-2.
Go back in time. Pick back up, man.
Nope,
Manchester United, Goku.
There you go.
they are 4-1.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I will say, great work on making Ader
Oh God,
the
yes.
monster again.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have missed Ader being really good. He is. I don't know
He's
if
a
this.
monster.
I don't know if this includes the week 5. Let me check and see. It does. As of week 5, he is their MVP. Without looking, does anyone, if you've whoever is on the spreadsheet and has looked, don't answer. But does anyone want to guess the margin by which he is the MVP?
Is it by like 10K?
When he has
It's like
15K.
1K. It's like he's right next to someone, like Mid
Yeah.
Vegeta or some shit.
He is the basically 8K. He
Damn.
Ooh.
I was close.
Yeah, you were very close, Kaio. But yeah, like Earth Defenders has their least valuable character right now is Mid Goku at 45K. Their highest is Ader at 57K, and then early
That's
Goku
nice.
and Goku and Mid Vegeta are all at 49K.
God damn.
I don't know that there's
Must be
much.
nice.
Yeah,
Historic run.
I don't know that there's much advice we could give Earth Defenders here. Let me respin.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
look at their-
mostly, hey, you got Mid Goku, and you can decide between Savior and KSA.
Oh.
You know,
Oh.
maybe try
Oh.
mix it up a little bit since he's your worst right now, and I think he's been on the KSA. Maybe it's back to Savior. Who knows?
Well, I mean, if you look at ED, man, they're all like 45K plus. I mean,
Yeah.
jeez.
I think,
I love that.
actually, I think one thing. I think Ader's only had one bench so far, so just, I guess, be careful with his benches.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Get him done now because apparently you need him.
Yeah. I mean, and then
Also,
even then they have
that way
Krillin
you
in the
keep
back
his
there.
stat high for the All Star event.
Yep.
True.
Oh yeah, this is true. Bench him at least. Yeah. Or
Get
just
him, do the alternating benches. Get him done.
okay. So do we want to respin on the teams, or do we just want to go ahead and go to the bottom 20?
Try
Do
bottom 20.
All right. So let me mute it because that was annoying.
Dun,
Wait,
dun,
look.
dun, 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 dun.
I mean, I love Mr. 40K's back. But now he's Mr. 57K.
First
Oh,
one
yeah.
was Deborah, which since he's on a team,
Well, we already know what's happening to him. He's getting taken out to the
He's
back of the yard
gone.
and shot.
He's gone
Yeah,
to the
we
shadow
already talked about
realm.
him.
You're fired.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have Salsa here as the selected character. That is
Of course, Tulsa.
Team Derp. Yeah, so
Free my
Salsa-
lad. You guys
For
won third place
Salsa.
when he was on Key 1, and that's been gone. You might have gotten first last year, but defense isn't his true calling. He wants to do damage. He wants to dance. He wants to point his fingers at people.
Yeah, like I kind of have to agree. Like I know he ran defense. Like I know he ran EL at one point, and I don't remember who's running it now for Derp.
Burner.
Birder, that's right.
Yeah, they're Super 1 Birder.
Like,
honestly, you could just swap those 2 builds of Birder's not doing super hot. I don't know how good Birder's been doing. I think he's been doing pretty average.
he's the next lowest for Dirt.
All right, yep, easy. Swap their builds.
Yeah, honestly, I'd probably just swap Salza back to defense 2, attack 1, EL, and then whatever else he had in past seasons.
No. We're not doing defense here. You got to beat people to death. That's surviving them and hoping they die of malnutrition. Yeah. That's not going to work.
But yeah, like either that or at least key +1, maybe. Like, I would just look at what Salza ran in past years on EL, because like I don't foresee Jace, who is the Team Darp free agent, doing much better than 32k, if at all. And we've seen Salza be MVP before. So I would just
let my boy spam.
Yeah, like I would just tell Dirt, put Salza back on an old build, or give him key +1 or something to let him spam the scatter finger beam.
Yeah,
maybe use that finish sign. Key control, yeah.
It's not Soul Furnace. We don't count it.
Yeah, screw. If it's not Soul Furnace, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But I just remember him doing like that 25k ult or whatever. That was crazy. That won the match. Didn't he get like 3 of them in one match? It was insane. But that was the season Salza was going insane, like going crazy. So whatever he was doing then, just copy it.
Always remember when they got 3rd place the other season, and he was on key 1, and they switched him specifically to key 1 in like that final match, and he just went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're giving it another shot.
Yeah.
No, I know their coach is probably like, I did, and it was bad.
Yeah, so honestly, Derp just got their first win. I don't know off the top of my head if they changed builds or anything, so who knows. Maybe they're let me check the spreadsheet, see if it's in there. It is. Salza did 29k, but Hercule, I don't, looking at this, Birder did 40k, Ice did 40k, Hercule did 72k, and Salza did 29k, so Salza may just not have had the space to do damage. So, yeah.
Rub it in.
Oh, that's right, he was...
Rub it in.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry, I forgot they were against you, enemy.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, so... I mean, Herc is clearly doing alright. I mean, as I said, like between Salza and Birder, who has the EL, I don't know who should have it there, because like we've seen Birder have 50k seasons before. We've seen Salza have 50k seasons. I don't know. But
yeah.
Anyway, we have beat that horse to death. Time for our favorite question. Go ahead, enemy.
I was also gonna try Roshi training. I mean,
scaling. Yeah, that's another option. Get some extra health. Just make sure he stays out there. Guarantee he will stay out there longer, in case someone tries to get can burst damage him. But yeah, time for our favorite question from D3. Any early bowl contender predictions?
Earth Defenders.
I think Cinema this season.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Cinema
True.
Finally looking for it.
They're going crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, Earth Defenders versus Cinema would be an awesome bowl. That would be sick.
Well, I think they're the same Kai. So.
Oh no.
Well, actually, that doesn't matter, because
that doesn't matter anymore. Yeah.
As long as the seeding works out, they could end up in.
I will use my powers to make sure that it doesn't happen now.
There we go. Spite.
Yeah, like so in theory it could happen. It is very difficult, but in theory it could happen.
It won't.
Yeah.
I'm making sure.
But yeah, like I would just say don't get me wrong, Cinema. I hope y'all continue to do great. But y'all were just in the bowl last year. I would like to see someone else there that has not been in the bowl in the new league.
Like Royals.
Like Sentai.
Royals.
For me, I think I'd be fine with like Sentai versus androids or Kaiju versus Namek. I think anything like that would be great. Although
Namek Bowl would be cool.
With our luck, and this would be hilarious in so many ways. Would be, I think the most hilarious bowl would be androids versus muscle, because that was the season.
We're doing
10.
Kaiju versus Buu Saga, baby. We're going way back. Season 2.
Because actually, wait, Mal. Yeah, because androids and muscle. That's 1, 5, 10, and 15 now.
Roughly, basically.
Jeez. Oh, lovely.
That would be so funny to me, but like, you know, I at the end of the day, I just want a guaranteed new winner. I would be fine with that.
Yeah, me too.
So.
I think it would be pretty cool. I mean, they're doing really well. I mean, they've been in the bowl and forever, so that'd be kind of cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Door. Other than your team, who would you want to see?
That's a hard one. I mean, would be, yeah. I mean, I was kind of on the consensus with Cinema. Feels like they finally kind of found their stride, finally got things going, and they have their muscle representatives. You know, it's destined to be. It's a hard one. There's so many teams here that have a lot going for them right now.
Yep.
Be kind of funny if we get Derp again, just 2-time winners at the end. Just like we were actually the best team in the league the whole time.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. Like Derp starting off like 0-4, turning into another Cinderella story after their bowl win, you know, having to reclaw their way back to the top would be kind of epic. But I will just say, like, this season, more than any other season in the past, I think any team can take it. Like, on paper, like, you have, like, Royals is absolutely scary, but I think, like, you put them up against Androids, Cinema, Earth Defenders. Well, they already lost to Earth Defenders, but I think Earth Defenders could do it again. But, like, Hybrids or anyone else, like, I think there's so many teams that could take them. And especially in a 5v5, like every team scares me this year for sure. All right. Hearing no other comments, does anyone have any closing remarks?
No, I'm good on my end.
Good.
Look out for SparkingZero.
Yeah, for real. Get ready. There's so much going on with it, and it's got a lot of stuff. Keep it interesting. It will be different, but I'm pretty sure it'll still scratch the same itch that people are looking for from Dragon Ball Z League.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep.
It'll be the matches will be still action-packed, pretty quick, high damage, all kinds of stuff. It is like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Turbo. Like we're all in. It's speed now. Every character is good. A lot more characters are usable. The bad characters, like even like Frieza soldiers, like reasonable.
Wild, but true.
Nice.
So just be on the lookout.
Yeah.
And it will kind of just appear in this server, I believe, right? We're just going to like archive some of the Dragon Ball Z BT3 stuff and move over everything else.
As far as I
am aware,
that is the plan, yes. So You'll find us at the same location. The channel will just migrate to have more SparkingZero content, and things will continue. So, but with that being said, thank you guys for joining us. Thanks to all the staff members who could make it out today. Don't forget, if you guys have enjoyed the season, even if you haven't enjoyed the season so far because maybe your team's on a losing streak, now's the time to join our Discord. The link is in the description. If you guys have enjoyed either this cast or our matches, make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube so that we can game the algorithm better, increase our reach. But yeah, so we would love to have you guys join us more frequently. And we hope to see you guys next time. Don't forget, we do have All-Stars coming up. And thank you guys so much for joining us all this time in DBZ League as we continue with this final season on BT3.
Voting is much easier if you're in the Discord. You can do it anywhere, but trust me, the Discord makes it nice, clean.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right.
Okay, bye. Love you.
Yeah, have a good one.
Bye.
Later.